While the 7-year itch played a pivotal part in Marilyn's life, so it did in mine, too. I can remember the exact date when I first watched the movie. It was December 24th, 1986, and I was 16 years old. I had been a fan for just over a year and had seen only a few of Marilyn's movies at that point. I desperately wanted to see the 7-year itch because of the famous skirt-blowing scene. But what I remember most of all is just how luminous Marilyn Monroe looked in the film. Her hair, her skin, her costumes, everything glowed, and the magic of her personality shone straight out of the screen. At some point during the evening, my grandparents came to visit. They sat down and watched the film with me, laughing when Marilyn made quips about keeping her undies in the icebox and making comments about her strange habit of dunking potato chips in champagne. My grandparents were born just 3 years before Marilyn, which made her a star of their generation, not mine. However, I don't ever remember them querying why their granddaughter was suddenly so obsessed with her. It was merely accepted that Marilyn and the 7-year itch could transcend generations and entertain in the same way they had during the 1950s. 30 years later, my 13-year-old daughter sat down to watch the same film and declared Marilyn to be so pure. This made me smile. The magic of the girl, the 7-year itch, and of course the actress captured the imagination of a teenager once again. And so it is that Marilyn's influence continues to inspire each new generation. Marilyn always searched for ways to make her life more meaningful and profound. She was an exceptionally modern woman and fought the studio and her male bosses as if it were the most natural process in the world. She was glamorous, but not scared to be seen without makeup. She could be flirtatious, but demanded respect. She posed nude and totally owned the fact that she had done so. In an era of female restraint, Marilyn was an unlikely feminist, and a person of such determination that she never ceased to amaze anyone lucky enough to meet her. In turn, her life, work, and rebellion have impacted the lives of people around the world. This book presents Marilyn Monroe in a fresh light. Strong, independent, brave, and authentically unique. A woman of Yeats, Shakespeare, Chekhov, and Tolstoy. A real-life human being who strived to better herself through education and action. Marilyn Monroe continues to inspire women well over half a century since her death. The Girl explores the many different ways this has come to pass. Michelle Morgan, October 2017. Preface. Rebellious Starlet. Norma Jean Baker always had a rebellious streak. As a child in the 1930s, she had sneaked out of her strict foster parents' home to see a movie. Being told she'd go to hell for it did little to curb her desire to go again. Then, while living in an orphanage, she and a group of friends were dared to scale the hedge and run away. Norma Jean was only too happy to get involved, but was soon caught and severely reprimanded for her trouble. In 1942, the 16-year-old was actively encouraged to marry the boy next door, James Dougherty, which would allow her foster parents to make a guilt-free move out of state. She went through with the marriage, though never became a contented housewife. When her husband was sent abroad during the war, the teenager moved in with the Doughertys and started work in a local factory. However, this soon turned into a period of rebellion after she was spotted by a photographer who recommended she start a modeling career. Norma Jean grabbed the opportunity with both hands and signed with the Blue Book Modeling Agency in Hollywood. There, she was coached by agency boss Emmeline Snively and told that she would go far if she dyed and straightened her brunette hair. When her in-laws started complaining about her interest in this newfound career, Norma Jean moved out of their house, and in 1946 she traveled to Las Vegas to obtain a divorce from her husband. Shortly afterward, the model landed a contract with one of the top movie studios, 20th Century Fox, and assumed the identity of Marilyn Monroe. After a few falls.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.